Hi everyone, welcome to Amaranth. These are general messages for the collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter placements. Let's get into it. So the first card you have for today, Cancerians, is the Ten of Trees. Now, this is a beautiful energy. It's a little different kind of a deck. Ten of Trees, I would normally relate it to the Ten of Pentacles, but because it's not mentioned as the Ten of Pentacles, we will read it as the Ten of Trees. Now, if you look at the picture, there is this beautiful tree which is, which is growing so tall, and it's kind of like it's like covering the cottages that are behind. There are beautiful gardens as well around it. I feel like it's guarding it in some way, but it's growing so tall. And it's not like a straight tall. It's like, it swirls around and then it gets to the top. So the road has not been easy for you Cancerians. But look at this tree, how tall it has become. It's like, it's the full potential which it has achieved. It has reached to its full potential. It's the, it's like the work that you have been putting in, and it was not easy. It's been a long road. It's been a heavy road. But now that, it's at the completion, it's there, the harvest is there. It's ready to provide. The rewards are here for you. So for every work that you have put in, for every sleepless night that you have spent here, Cancerians, your rewards are out here for you, and they are huge and they are big. And I feel that, this is related to your work. I feel it could be your personal life as well, maybe some project you undertook, but it's more along the lines of something, a creation in the external world, whether it's your own house. You could have taken a project in your own house, building a house, renovating a house, creating a business, creating something from your house. It could be also in the corporate, in the offices, your place of work. It can also be in the neighborhood. This can also be a volunteering work, something that you volunteered for, but something which is external, something that you can touch, feel, see, use, those kind of projects that you started, that you've been tirelessly working towards. And I feel that for some of you, you might have picked up, tasks that, kind of like out of obligation, because Cancerians, you really bend over backwards, a lot of times. So I do feel that maybe you took on things that were maybe not yours, or maybe you took on more than you can chew or work on, and that really exhausted you. Yeah, so this could be, for your teammates, you covering for people, or you just, not being able to say no to things, even though your own schedule is fully packed, but you still took on things, just because you're Cancerians. So, and also because your 10th house of career and work that we put in, it's a career house, the 10th house. Saturn is there in that, Saturn is in Aries, and Aries is your 10th house, especially for the Cancer ascendants, right? The rising signs. So, with that gives it a structure. Saturn is a hard taskmaster. So it makes you go through several iterations till things are solid, building on solid foundations. And also, Saturn is like, it creates a structure, and it definitely makes you work hard. So with that energy in your 10th house, I feel that it has been a long stretch. Like you have been putting in the work day in, day out, kind of several iterations, several versions, until you finally reach where you are. Now, there is this energy of Mercury retrograde, which is impacting a lot of communication, sometimes understanding processes and all of that, and it's in your house. Mercury is retrograding in the sign of Cancer in your house. So there definitely could be some kind of misunderstanding of duties, of delegation, and things like that. Because if you look at the tree network, we've all known that, and it has been proved time and time, if you see that channel Gaia, it speaks a lot about how trees share their nutrients and communicate. We are their root structure. They have a solid root structure and they support that. They communicate with each other. If you haven't seen that Seed and Gaia channel, so it's about sharing, So I think that's also kind of, this energy is encouraging you to share, if to delegate, to not be all burdened by yourself. Don't do it all yourself. Don't be a one-man show. If that's your situation, then this is encouraging you to distribute the work, like as part of a group, right? As part of a teamwork. So it's a great energy here. I mean, you're almost at the end of it, almost at completion point, whatever you started. You're ready to get the harvest. This could also be something related to nature, forest, agriculture. There's cottages out here, so it could be, and these are all cottages, so it could be in regards to your family, ancestral homes, lands, and things like that. For some of you could be finalizing things or closing deals, paperwork in regards to these things. But yeah, it's like now it's time for you to enjoy, to celebrate the work is come to completion, to rest up before you jump onto another task, another project. And it's a good time, So I feel that you're wrapping up things, cleaning things up. It's like the final cleanup, the final polish, the final delivery, that kind of an energy. And also I feel the lesson for you to be learned here is to learn to say, a no to things. Like don't over or take on responsibilities. Learn how to delegate in a healthy way. It's like not dumping your work on others, but yeah, when you need help, call for help. So it's a good time of closing things, wrapping things up. And also time to, pat yourself on the back for how long you have come and what you have created. The next card you have, Cancerians, is the Clever Crow. And it further says, mystery, judgment, and clairvoyance. That's interesting. Below it says, observer of birth, life, and death. Further it says, teach me creative and what? Obstructive magic image. I can't read it. Okay. So basically, yeah, something related to magic, if you see the picture, definitely it's it's a beautiful picture. I mean, it's not destructive by any means. The scroll is surrounded by a beautiful floral tapestry. It's a nighttime, so definitely there is something to do with the night energy, the dark energy, unknown spaces, and all of that. And these are, these are flowers that blossom at night. So they are moon flowers, basically. Now, a crow is like, a very mystical bird. And here it says mysteries, mystery, judgment, and clairvoyance. Clairvoyance is the ability to hear or feel things. It's like when you, talk to somebody, you can feel exactly what, what they're saying is right or not. You can read the room. It's like something tells you to go back and check the door and you found it's open, or something tells you to go read a message again and there is something that you have misreading in it. Those kind of vibes here with the clairvoyance. You can hear things, you can feel things. Something in your ear will ring and say this and things like that. And then there is this judgment energy and a mystery. So with the Cancerians, of course, there's always a mystery because, you're the water sign, you have depth, you have emotions. And sometimes, there could be a mystery around you, or you could come across as mysterious to people in the sense that, like I have a feeling that something is going on around you and you're just quietly observing it. And just by observation, you figure something out. Like people don't even have to come and say anything to you. But all your questions get answered, just by looking at people, just by understanding things, just by, watching how people are acting, reading in between the words, and things like that, A lot of things come out, a lot of things get revealed, a lot of questions get answered even before you talk or ask anybody anything. So it's that kind of a vibe I pick up. So just by observing, you get a lot of answers. There is also a judgment energy out here. Now, judgment is about, understanding, like more about understanding who the person is. It's like not in a wrong judgmental way, but just understanding what the person is. Maybe that, somebody says something and you're like, why did that person even say like that? I thought it was this kind and turns out to be another kind. Or it could be a situation like I thought it was like this and it turned out like that, the other way around. So something about misreading energies. And like I said, Mercury is in retrograde in your sign. So these kind of situations definitely will pop up until the end of this month when Mercury starts to go direct. So you might be thinking someone or some situation or a data is a certain kind of way, but it is actually quite the contrary. So those kind of things might also come up. Those things might also come up. People, they act mysteriously or they are non-revealing things which get revealed just by their body language or by the actions or by their, unsaid things or maybe even said. But this is also about uncovering things, right? Like you find out something, you're actually researching up about something. Could be data, could be in your profession, you're researching up something. Could be a data analyst or a research analyst or something like that. But this can also be related to your home and family, where you're trying to research up if you're investing, if you're researching up where to invest, to which place to invest into, where to move. Or it could be some other kind of investigation, it could be at a professional level, could be government or company investigation, could be investigation of certain, maybe you're in the law enforcement and you're investigating something. But it's a lot of learning, researching up about something kind of an energy. And also I feel that, it's paired up with the clairvoyance energy. It's like, sometimes we overlook things and we go back to it and we find that we really overlooked it, It's that kind of a vibe. You accidentally go to a fridge or you're being led to this place and you figure something's wrong and you fix it, you get to correct it. So it's used in a positive way. And it appears like you're, you're so smart to find it. But here, of course, there is that smartness, but it's also an inner gut feeling or something which is guiding you towards that thing. Hidden things, finding hidden information or hidden defects or hidden whatever that is. Something comes to the surface because of your ability to research and clairvoyance. This is also a good energy to, for counseling, like because you can read what people are feeling. You can suggest things or you kind of, understand where you have to speak, where you don't have to speak, what you have to say, and all of those things come under the clairvoyance. Like you have a strong understanding because your gut, your hunches are at their peak right now. So definitely it's a very observational energy. And I feel that you might be, and also Crews also have a very strong memory, and so do Cancerians, you're ruled by the moon. Water retains messages and information for a long, long time. So that's what the crow does as well. So retaining a lot of information, being more quieter and observant, and also because you learn so many things, so it brings in some kind of a defense or some kind of a discernment energy. Like you have to be careful, like, something shows a certain way, but it's something else underneath. So you have to be very watchful and mindful. Now, some of you might be into learning about cosmic information or just studying some astrology and stars and space and something like that. For some of you, it could be that kind of energy, spiritual energy that you're working around. Because it's a nighttime energy. So for some of you, it could be that as well. And the last card you have, Cancerians, is a message from the universe. And it says, look in a book. Whatever you question right now, you'll find the answer in a book. The words you find will bring the insight you seek. The fairies are saying that the guidance you seek is contained within a book. Look around right now and pick up the first book you see. Hold the book against your heart and say, fairies, turn the pages in this book for me and guide my fingers to the words I need to see. Now close your eyes and randomly flicker to the book, allowing your finger to come to rest somewhere on a page. Read the words and see if they resonate with you. If your finger lands on a picture, try again until it lands on text. If the words immediately seem relevant, then take them on board if they don't write them down, and sit with them for a day or two. Be patient, and their meaning will come to you. You can also ask for the meaning of the words to be revealed in your dreams. Yeah, journaling also is going to be very important for you here, Cancerians. Before you go to sleep, write the words on a piece of paper and place it under your pillow, saying, "Fairies, these words I place beneath my head, reveal the meaning while I lie in my bed." This card is also a reminder that reading a book would be good for you right now. If there is one you've been meaning to read for years, now is the time to do it. The fairy may also be saying that a book could prove a valuable gift for someone else, as it may open their mind to other ways of being. So those were your messages, Cancerians, and hope they resonated with you. Now moving on to the sign of Scorpio. So the first card you have, Scorpio, for today is the Nine of Trees. Now, if you see the Nine of Trees, the image is very beautiful. It's colored. Even the trees, there are like 9 trees. Just one tree stands right above. It's the tallest tree. And then there are 8 trees that are circling. There's a pathway, like a roundabout, that goes around the biggest tree. And it's like, there's a palace behind, and these trees are right in front. So, we've seen in the modern days, like when the homes are covered through, high trees or fences or bushes or that kind of a energy, right? To kind of create a boundary or a boundary, a housing boundary, or like to protect or safeguard, like the house. If you have like a lot of trees and people cannot look into the windows and things like that. So it's a protective kind of an energy. And I feel that's what this is for you as well. Like there is a castle out here, which means there is a lot of monetary energy. So financially sound, lot of assets. It's a well-established, kind of energy financially. And then there are these trees that are in the front, right? It's a protecting kind of a guardian kind of an energy that these trees have for protecting the castle and things that are behind. And also there is this one tree which is right on top. I feel this is you. This is you that has like really grown tall, standing tall, risen tall. And it's a twisted trunk. So definitely there is, like an energy of, going through life, becoming wiser through experiences, and staying and standing strong and tall, and, a very protective and guardian energy. A lot of protective and guardian energy. And I feel that, right now, Saturn is in your 6th house, Scorpio, and 6th house is the house of service, work, health, and all those things, right, that we put out into this world that helps us to create what we create for ourselves. Now, Saturn being in that sign, which means that it's a conservative energy of your health, like to conserve your health, conserve your energy, don't get burnt out is the vibe that I'm picking up from this. So don't get burnt out. Take those breaks. Self-care is going to be important for you. Also, I feel that there is, if you look at the main tree, right, the center tree, it has the thickest of the trunks. The other trees, they have thinner trunks. So you have grown a thick trunk, a thick skin, or you have been thickened by the experiences that you have endured, I feel. It's like you have a strong backbone because you have you have been through it, like the life experiences, the ups and downs and all of it, right? You've been through it, and that's what has made you strong. It has made this, just like this trunk, the bark of this trunk is really thick and big. So it's that kind of a vibe. You're standing tall and strong here. This could be because you have put in so much work, you've done it all, and now you're coming out on top. This could be like either in career, you've been plugging away, you've been doing the work day in, day out, and now you're coming out, standing out. For some of you, this could be standing out. It could be in any area. It could be in social, in media, in movies, or in your neighborhood, your community, your family, your university. It could be anywhere. Like, there are lanterns out here, right? If you see right below adorning the biggest tree, there is some kind of lanterns are like you keeping the light going on, from within you. These are also, they feel like accessories, like, the beauty of it. So I also feel that for some of you, because of the Saturnian energy in your health house and your work house, there is some kind of a protective energy of your own self, of your time, of your energy, and of your assets. There is a protection of your assets. You're guarding something also. It could be anything here. For some of you, I feel like if this is in regards to your home or that you're trying to protect the assets, maybe for some, it's psychic energy where if you want to, for example, if you have a business or you have a land that you want to sell, and you're like, no, you know what? And you're getting some offers and you're like, no, you know what? My land, my property, my asset deserves more. So I'm going to hold up onto it until I get the right buyer or the right price for it. So you're not going to just, settle down for the less. You're like, no, I'm going to wait for the right offer and things like that. So some of you could be safeguarding, it could be like you're a law enforcement or some kind of a security company that you're working in, or you're just having some security systems installed or some kind of fences and pushes installed in your own house for protection, or just, to draw a boundary between the neighbors and neighboring homes. For some of you, it could be that as well. But yeah, this is a very powerful, strong, withdraw the storms, standing strong, have that muscle, have that confidence. You know it all. You know how to navigate scenarios. It's like a very strategic kind of energy. See, the trunk is twisted, right? So it's not a straightforward bark as compared to the other trees. This center tree has a twisted trunk. So there is strategy, there is something about, maybe you have to go around and do things, or maybe things are not working out straight, so you have to take a little bit circular route to things. Could be at work, could be in your personal life. But yeah, it's like you know how to navigate, and by no means you are going to, this is like this is like, yeah, I got this, I got this energy. Like I'm not gonna bow down. I'm standing tall, and yeah, so a very good Chile energy out here, Scorpio, for you. The only caveat is, it feels like you've done too much. So, you need to be very discerning in your time and energy, like what is yours, what's not yours. So don't take on too much at this point in time, I feel. Don't take on extra, or, if somebody else that needs you, don't have to be, don't have to say yes to everything that comes your way. Yeah. The next card you have, Scorpio, is prosperous pig. It further says regeneration. It says good luck, abundance, gratitude. Further, it says secret symbol of fortune and fertility. Bless me with opportunity for prosperity. So definitely this is like, an energy of miracles, because flying pigs is not a real thing, right? And not only just miracles, it's also abundance, right? Because like piggy banks and all of that, these are wealth attractors. So there is an energy of attracting wealth, abundance, good finances, good luck. It's at the wheel of fortune. This is also like, there are wings on this pig. So, and also in the strawberries, surrounding, like in a frame surrounding this, a flying pig. So basically, this is an energy of growth, of renewal, of regeneration. It says your regeneration. So something is regenerated. It's like a energy of something that was either shelved or dusted and gone, and now it's brought back again. It could be anything, like maybe an old antique item that you're kind of fixing it or redoing it, and that's also a regeneration. It could be health regeneration. It could be finances, how you're regenerating. It's a regeneration energy, and it's going to be different for each one of you. But there are strawberries out here. Strawberries is a symbol of growth, fertility. So there is a growth, lot of growth energy out here. And I feel that, you've been through it, with the 9 of trees. We saw that you have endured a lot, Scorpio. And I feel that this flying pig is no short of miracles that are coming up for you. It's because of the work that you have put in. It's because you have showed up time and time again. You've been through it, and now, especially even the planets, if you see the planets, like even Jupiter is the planet of growth and abundance, which is linked with this energy. Especially for you, Scorpio ascendants, Jupiter is going to be in Leo, which is your 10th house. 10th house of career, of 10th house of career. So there is growth, there is expansion in that area. It's a lucky time for you. So in terms of your career growth, promotions, applying for new jobs, asking for raises, or starting businesses, or even growing on your contracts for businesses, or your money multiplying in some way. Some of you could be hitting, some kind of lotteries or monies and refunds, or, just gifts money or something like that. There's those giveaways. So it could be that. But the only caveat right now, and especially with the Mercury going retrograde, for Scorpio ascendants, Mercury will be in your 9th house, which is originally the house of Jupiter, right? Sagittarius, Jupiter energy, which is of growth, expansion, luck, travel, and all that. Mercury is in retrograde in that area. For you, it's the 9th house, which means that you have to be very mindful about checking your tickets, your travel plans, double checking on facts in terms of, like, if somebody says, like, maybe there's a refund coming, or maybe there is, like, some kind of a giveaway you receive. So make sure you check on the fine prints. Don't get all impulsive with with those kind of deals and bargains and wins, because Mercury is retrograding in the sign of luck. So some confusion could happen around that. That could be one of the things that play out for you. Now, for others of you, this could be piggy banks, where you're accruing money, collecting money. Maybe you're buying piggy banks, or you're just accruing it, one step at a time, one dime at a time, $1 at a time, something like that. So a compounding energy also comes through with the piggy banks. For some of you, you could be just, kind of emptying your piggy banks and seeing how much has been collected. But otherwise, strawberries is also of growth, of fertility. For some of you, it's growth in family, or in growth in just good opportunities, being at the right place at the right time. So now, strawberries could be important for some of you. Berries could be at the forefront, the themes. You could be trying new berries, you could be planting berries, or you could be seeing a lot of berry trees around you. But this is like also like miraculous energy, right? You didn't expect it. So unexpected positive things happening for you. For example, you land a job which you do not expect out of so many competitors. Or if you're on social media putting content, something goes viral, or you win a jackpot. This is like a jackpot energy as well. Now, jackpot doesn't have to be a money jackpot. It could be jackpot in terms of the people that you associate with. It could be like I had the jackpot on that, or it could be in regards to your career or the company that you get hired in. It could be a jackpot for you. So jackpot is like something miraculous, something which you do not expect, better than you expected, and those kind of things are going to be at their forefront for you. For some of you, it's just like positivity, positive energy. For some of you, this could be money money that you probably did not even know about, or you had put it in an account and you forgot about, that coming back to surface, or you just finding money at random places also could be something. It could be that you get upgraded, like, you're on a flight and you bought an economy ticket and then you get upgraded to a first class or a business class or something like that can also follow along with this energy. But it's a very good, generous, open-hearted energy also of sharing the abundance with people that, of course, it circles back into good karma. It's also an energy of thanking the universe, full of gratitude for bringing you these opportunities and gifts. Yeah, so it's a good energy to look forward to. And the last card for today, Scorpio, you have is a message from the universe, and it says, shine from within. It says, looks are only skin deep, true beauty shines from within, and it's time for you to shine. This is a time for self-acceptance and for revealing your true beauty. Yeah, it's like just not surface, it's deep level energy out here, right? So being great, being a good, beautiful on the inside out is something that I feel that is at the forefront for you. Further, it says, fairy glamour is a form of magic used to make something appear different from what it really is. It's seen in many fairy tales, such as Cinderella and Snow White, where fairy glamour is used by the evil queen to disguise herself as an old crone. In simplest form, fairy glamour often involves using cosmetics to give the appearance of being more youthful. In spiritual terms, it can mean you're showing one face to the world, whereas keeping your true face or feelings hidden. Sometimes it's important to do this, especially if you feel threatened, but usually it's because you fear being seen for who you truly are. This comes down to learning to love yourself, not in a selfish way, but in a self-accepting way. Once you're able to accept yourself, others will accept you too, as they're merely a reflection of what we think and feel about ourselves. This card may also be asking you to reflect on when you last wore a glamorous when you last wore a glamorous outfit or went to the hair salon. If you're neglecting yourself due to a busy job or home life, remember that making time for you is also essential. Even just escaping for half an hour and taking a luxurious bath can help you feel uplifted and energized. Feeling good about yourself, no matter what your age, is beneficial not just for you, but also for those around you, especially younger people who are strongly influenced by the behavior of the adults around them. The card may also be asking if someone is trying to pull the wool over your eyes and appearing as someone other than themselves. So yeah, these are some things that you might want to consider, Scorpio. I don't see it as anything alarming, but it's just like, sometimes people just, show a different side of themselves versus what they are actually truly on the inside. So it's just something to be a little bit mindful of. So Scorpio, those were your messages. Hope they resonated with you. Now moving on to the sign of Pisces. So the first card you have, Pisces, is the Six of Trees. Now, the picture is very golden, right? It's golden. It feels like confetti is raining on this tree. It's beautiful, like river circling this. There's like homes nearby, and yeah, it's a beautiful, like a nice, serene energy out here. And the confetti, it's about celebration. It's about victory. It's about recognition. So for some of you, you might be, I'm getting winner's circle. So I don't know if you are entering some kind of a champions club or a circle of some kind, or maybe your name is getting in the Billboard or in the charts, in the blockbuster charts or recognition charts. So it is definitely a time for, you standing out, for gaining attention, for things getting approved, or you getting acknowledged for your hard work, for your ideas, for your creativity. I'm also getting a lot of creative ideas, getting a lot of recognition. Because, Sun being in Cancer right now, and also Mercury is also retrograding in Cancer, which is your 5th house of creativity, and I'm getting a lot of creative energy with this. So Sun being in Cancer in your house of creativity is going to, throw some spotlight on that area of your life, whether it's in regular corporate, maybe it's your unique ideas or presentations, or you are giving presentations or you're talking or you stand out in some way. You're being recognized for your skills, for your talents, for your qualities, for your whatever you bring to the table, or just your presence. If it's a personal victory, it could be at home, it could be something that you cracked of test a university, maybe you're out there, in the public eye, talking to people or through social media, anything that's gaining recognition. I'm also getting a lot of congratulatory messages. So whether it's in sports that you're hitting goals and you're hitting your targets, or whether you're a sales marketing person, you're getting you're meeting your sales targets, or whether you are climbing up corporate ladders or on social media getting attention, whichever this is, it has some creative angle to it, which you are winning. You're standing out, you are being celebrated, you are being toasted too. Some of you might be getting some prize money or some gifts or some bonuses if that's at work for you. Some kind of awards. Maybe this is also a graduation energy. So some of you could be graduating from school, college, or just one level of work and getting to the next level of work or next chapter, next phase starting for you. And that's a win in its own way. So this could be like you could be part of sports teams, or your home team could be winning awards and rewards, and you're feeling victorious equally. So in some way, this is a time to shine, a time to get rewards, a lot of claps, a lot of attention, a lot of visibility, and a lot of people, just appreciating you for who you are, and, your talents, your skills, and all of that. So this is like, whatever you're doing is working, and you're finally out there, your hard work's paying off, and you're being recognized, maybe it's a long time coming, but then it's finally there. But this can also be entertainment or movies or media of that kind as well. So you might be hitting some blockbuster charts or releasing things, launching products, and, it's like a good visibility energy. For some of you, this can also be like, because Mercury is in retrograde in the sign of Cancer, when in your 5th house of creativity. So I feel that there is also a chance that, older things that you had started, older projects and things like that might come your way again. They might resurface. Maybe you started some house project and you left it, or maybe some side gig that you started and you left it. So those thoughts of restarting, are you actually restarting, also could surface for you. For some of you, this could be like, because the energy of Cancer, the archetypal energy, is about family and, depth and emotion. So some emotions or people or family that you had lost touch with of the past could also be resurfacing in some way. Maybe see their pictures, maybe hear from them, a message drop here and there. But it's just a retrograde energy of Mercury. It's got nothing to do with your future, right? It's just resurfacing because Mercury is in retrograde, and themes of the past, especially 4th house energy, which is of Cancer, could resurface for some of you. I also, in my mind's eye, I'm seeing a lot of you receiving a lot of cards and thank you notes. So for that could be for some of you, like you're being, clapped and you're walking the hallway. So for some of you, it could be that victory lap or something like that. The next card you have, Pisces, is the energy of the beaver. And it says you're busy beaver. Below that, it says cooperation, efficiency, motivation. Further, it says builder of sturdy and stable structures. Teach me your tenacious ways. Yeah, so it's a strong structure builder energy. I'm getting an energy of save the town. So I don't know if you're building structures around a town. Maybe you're an architect, builder, actual builder. And you're creating something. Or this could be at a personal level or professional level, where you're building something brick by brick. And I feel that, this is like you taking care of the details, working together as part of a team. Beavers work, as a group. It's a group effort. And I feel that you are kind of the leader, or you stand out, or you are the motivator. You have the 6 of trees, which is a winning energy. So some of you could be leading teams and building something which lasts a long time or goes a distance. And it could be a foundational effort, whether it's in finances, you're working as a financial team, or maybe your family is building something, maybe some finances, all of you working on a business. Whatever that is, I feel that, because beavers are like foundational builders, like ecosystem builders. So I don't know if you're creating some ecosystems for a community, or you're creating ecosystem for your kids, your family, or something like that. Or maybe your community and neighborhood as well is included in this energy. So let's just an energy of don't overdo things, or don't over stress yourself out. Because of Mercury retrograde, I have to call that out, where, sometimes things get foggy around work and how much you can take on and how much you should take on and things like that. So just be mindful to not burn yourself out. But otherwise, this is like, the energy of creating factories or industries and building neighborhoods and communities. So some of you could be involved in that in some way. If not, this could be building your own reserves, your own home, redecorating, renovating, or starting from scratch. Maybe you're building a home from scratch. Could be a home restoration as well. For some of you, this could be city restoration, citywide restoration, but it's like a project, some kind of a project undertaking, whether it's, with a group of, maybe it's like a group of you are creating something or owning something or building something. But this can also be like a community. I'm getting like, because this beaver holding this branch, I'm also getting like, eating something to do with food. I don't know if you're opening restaurants or community kitchens and something like that. So for some of you, it could be like a family business or a group of you that are owning restaurants or plan to create something around food. Maybe it's a food distribution network or something like that. But it's a network energy. It's with a lot of people. So it's a positive. It's creating systems, but maybe systems in any place, right? It's like putting things, infrastructure systems in case. So, it's a great energy here, Pisces. And the last card, Pisces, you have is a message from the universe, and it says protection. It says the fairies of protection are shielding you with the magical fairy ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking upon any spiritual work. The fairies of protection are forming a powerful fairy ring of light around you or someone else close to you, providing the extra boost of protection that's needed right now. If you're especially sensitive or empathic, you might find yourself picking up vibes from cases or people around you. These may include unpleasant vibes as well as good ones. And this is where the fairies of protection come in, because their ring of rainbow light acts as a protective shield from any unwanted energies. When we're psychically open, we act as a beacon and can attract different types of energy. So psychic protection is at the forefront for you, Pisces. If you use some crystal gemstone or some other totems or some sages and all of that for psychic protection and energy protection, or you put some charms around your house or there, some of them could also benefit you at this point in time. So undertaking any kind of spiritual work, meditation, releasing negative energy, salt baths and all of that will also protect you and your energy. So spiritually grounded, again, meditation, sometimes, saging and essential oils and all of that also adds that extra layer of protection, energy protection. Now, it's also saying, visualize a long tree root growing from the base of your spine and going deep down into the earth. Some visualization or just walking, out in the nature, connecting more with trees and all of those things also kind of absorb negative energies from our aura. Further, it says the protection from a fairy ring of rainbow light can also give you more confidence during your spiritual practice and meditation. If you need an extra layer of spiritual security, ask the fairies of protection to provide it. Some lucky charms or chanting some kind of chants or mantras or listening to some high frequency music also works wonders if that's your thing. Further, it says the fairies might also be nudging you to protect someone else spiritually or physically. So for some of you, it could be defense, law, enforcement or protection of cities or people, or building some kind of boundaries or cameras and security or cyber security even could be at the forefront for some of you. It says here, it's important to remember that we all have free will and the right to choose whether or not we like any spiritual help. So call on your angels if you feel you need that extra layer of protection, because our angels are always there only when we reach out to them and call on them for their help. So Pisces, those were your messages, and hope you resonated with them. So thank you guys for joining. Please subscribe and hit the like if you enjoyed the content, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye for now.